I just saw the Trap movie with my husband James, the new M. Night Shyamalan movie. It came out this weekend. I'm going to do my best to recreate my thoughts about it. I recorded it at literally an hour ago, and when I went to re-listen to it, it was all muffled and annoying and whatever. There was some technical difficulty. So it was okay. Here's the gist. It was okay. It's exactly what I thought the movie would be. Well, not exactly from the trailer. It was pretty basic. I don't think the twist, I'm not going to say what it is, was that great. And I feel like everyone was waiting for the twist to be. Everybody goes into M. Night Shyamalan movies being like, what's the twist? What's the big twist? That's like the genre that he's created for himself. It literally felt like a glorified music video to his daughter, who was the pop star in it and who apparently is a singer in real life and was also making her her acting debut in this, which you can tell the acting is not good. Bless her heart, as my grandma would say. It's like, it literally and I looked it up and I was looking on Reddit after it, and it made me laugh. Someone said, Trap featuring Josh Hartnett by Salika. It did. It just literally felt like she made a lot of original songs for the movie, which was great, good for her. But the music was pretty basic. Nothing really stood out to me. And, if it's your first acting role, you should get some training to be an actor. I looked it up. She's a classically trained musician and singer. It's what would make someone be I'm going to invest all of this and do this to be a really good singer, but then not spend, I don't know if, I don't think she got an acting coach. I just think that, hey, nepotism, right? So that was there was so many moments where I was I want to be on him. I want to be a close up on his face, him dealing with that he needs to escape this place. And anyone who's seen the trailer, I'm only speaking about stuff that you can see in the trailer, that he is clearly this serial killer. They tell you right off the bat from the trailer in the very beginning. And they just kept showing more and more of the concert, at length, because it was clearly trying to showcase his daughter, who is a singer and a musician in this thing. And it's just ugh. And then I thought that was just going to be it. But she actually plays a pretty integral part of the story and has this big monologue where she's crying and you can literally see it's not connected to anything. It's she did whatever people do to make themselves cry. But just because you cry does not equal you're a good actor. It's one of the most frustrating things ever. The movie could have been 15 to 30 minutes shorter. I actually thought Josh Hartnett was pretty great. In terms of, I haven't really seen him and stuff in a while, but I wish that he had hidden it a bit more, showing I wish he had had it a little bit more under the surface, showing the pressure on him and the fear and him trying to get out. But it feels like the entire tension of the thing was deflated once they left the stadium. Okay, spoiler alert, I'm probably going to talk about spoilers moving forward. So turn it off if you don't want to hear spoilers. It's the moment that he left the stadium, it was completely deflated. Completely deflated. The tension was deflated. It would have been really, really interesting if all they did in the film was dealt with him having to get out of that arena and all the things that he did and all of because most of the things they showed were in the trailer. So I just kept waiting to be surprised or waiting for something new. And it felt it got to a point where he literally told the pop star that he was the serial killer, but it didn't feel like it was earned. It didn't feel like it got to a point where the stakes were finally raised enough, and that was his last resort. But then they left the arena and made it about his family and how he was tortured as a youth, which is why he became a serial killer. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see that. All we were waiting for is what's the twist going to be? And the twist at the end of it's not even a twist. Like his wife was the one that set him up. And my biggest question when I heard that was like, yeah, but why didn't she just call the police? Why like go and leave this receipt for this concert ticket in one of the houses for people to find and then call the police, tip it off? It's like, it seems like actually like you found out your husband's a serial killer. You're like going to keep sleeping in the same bed with him and like keep having him around your children and like do this like big elaborate plan. It's called, you could have literally done this big elaborate plan, in your house. But I get it. Movie, right? Movie. Yeah. It was, so that was like the twist. And then like the police let him like lift up his child, like the little girl's bike. And then he got this little, spoke out of the bike wheel and he used it to like get out. And then that was like the button on it. And I was like, there would be people in the back of the truck with him. There would be people in the back of the truck with him if he was like that dangerous. But anyways, I'll have to hand it to M. Night Shyamalan. People keep going to see his movies. He keeps getting offered movies. I think they do well and I think they make money. I think everybody just goes to the movies to see like what's the Sixth Sense twist going to be, even when they're pretty mediocre and they're not that good. So yeah. If you're a really big M. Night Shyamalan fan, I mean, go see it. There's definitely parts that like people just laughed out loud in the theater that were pretty ridiculous. But anyway.